issue with everything in that question because it's...
Can you answer the question whether or not the party's mother gave you specific instructions to exclude Mr. Davis from any communications regarding planning?
Mr. Davis was not my client.
Upon her death, aren't you supposed to explain the estate to the beneficiaries?
Objection. No.
Hold on a second. Overrule the objection. What's your obligation upon her death as it may relate to Ms. Lang, her sister, or Mr. Davis? What's your obligation?
As I explained in emails that I would be more than happy to provide the court, more than happy to send them like almost immediately. I just have to dig them out. My obligation first is to determine whether I'm even engaged. And then, once I'm engaged, to work with my clients, who will be the fiduciaries of the estate, to begin the
because some people out there in our nation don't have
their own status or their own rights. That's beyond what I can provide information. I can't provide each person who's interested in the estate.
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as
substantive guidance.
Each person, you had three.
Balance.
Well, hold on a second. Are you done, Ms. Sherman?
I was just going to conclude saying it's a balance in terms of certainly legal notifications and legal requirements of notices to be given. And I do very much try to work with families to make sure that interested parties understand things.
And I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S.
so that there isn't miscommunication or unnecessary arguments about things just because people don't understand. And I very much tried to explain that to you, Patrick. And as I said, if the court would like copies of my correspondence, I would be happy to provide that.
Any other questions, Mr. Davis?
Yes. I'm going to read a statement I got from Ms. Sherman on June 22nd. This is 17 days after my mother's...
Well, hold on a second. Is there going to be a question?
Yes, of course.
Okay, go ahead.
Hello, Patrick. I have a meeting scheduled next week about this matter, and I expect I will be formally engaged at that time. By the way, I was not sent any information for 13 weeks. I'm not sure on what authority you are basing your demands, but I can tell you that your demands, which started a day or two after your mother passed away, are unfortunate at best. Miss Sherman, I had just lost my... Yes, is that your email?
Hold on a second. Mr. Davis, what is your question?
My question is, did you send that?
Your Honor, there's more to that. If he's going to read a portion of it, there's more to that.
I can read the rest.
Well, hold on a second. I appreciate that there's more to the email and that you may be reading it out of context, but you're admitting that you at least wrote that portion of the email. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
All right, go ahead. You have another question?
Yes.
Mr. Davis?
Yes. You've been doing estate planning for 19 years. You never said, my condolences, I'm sorry about your mother's passing. Is that correct?